Peace, peace, peace. I'm gonna wait for some people to get on up in here. Today, I'm gonna talk about some things. I'm gonna talk about some things that have been near and dear to my heart, actually. Where do I even start? I guess I'm gonna start with hey y'all, hey. I guess I'm gonna start with talking about my book, Brown Girl Almighty. If you didn't know, I self-published a poetry book. Actually, it's a poetic memoir. It's literally a memoir. Like this literally is my life growing up in poetry format, if you didn't know. You can find it on browngirlalmighty.com as well as literally everything else. I feel like people are like, "Where you been at? Where you been at?" On my website. I I've been on my website. So yeah, if that interests you, you should definitely check it out. Also, I love going live on YouTube. I like to do it as frequently as I can, as frequently as my energy allows, honestly. Cuz I do be a little nervous. I'm like, "Damn, this is live." You know what I'm saying? But this live will be up for about 24 hours. After that, I'm gonna put it exclusively on my website. So if you want to like go and support over there, or if you come into this video later on and you only see the first little 5 minutes of the thing, then there's a link in my description. You can go over to my website, watch the full version. So anyway, as y'all probably see the title, YouTube deleted my channel, but I still do shrooms. You know what I'm saying? I still do shrooms. And I'm gonna actually just start by like reading a poem from this book to call in the energy. And I will definitely tell you about where to online. I'll answer that question momentarily. But this is called Protect the Crown. Rest in peace to my hair that fell victim to the creamy crack epidemic. I am sorry that the world tried to whitewash your boldness before I could fall in love with it. No matter what was done, my hair was never good enough for them white folks or them black folks. My ends split, roots thick, shit still nappy, and I don't like the salon. The air smells burnt and is thick with gossip. I am too young to have an opinion, so I smile when I'm told men ain't shit, when I'm told that I have pretty eyelashes, when they say to never trust a nigga till he lets you into his home. My stylist flips between the news and old BET movies. She yanks the little curls I have left and suffocates them under hot metal plates. The texture was drained from my crown, and no one ever explained the symbolism. That assimilation only works when insecurity has joined the party. That this was never my fight to begin with. That I was born a free woman in an enslaved society, and I have been picking up the pieces ever since. Despite my roots prevail, in split, shit still nappy, but I have always been an untamable thing. There is no telling me to relax. Yes. So that's poetry from Brown Girl Almighty. If you guys want to copy, you can do that on my website. So yeah, I feel like I read that poem because I think that rebellion has always been in a nigga's nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that even with what I'm gonna talk about today, with YouTube deleting my channel, it's even more about how rebellion has always been in my nature. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I don't even want to always say that it's always rebellion. It really just be expressing myself, and then the system is like, oh nah, we don't agree with that, or like the adults are like, you should adjust that, or you should pull your skirt below the knee. It be shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Someone said overly Gemini. I appreciate that. This retrograde is frying me, bro. It's frying me too. No cap. Like, no cap. Um, someone had asked a question earlier about the mushrooms. You can always find what you're looking for through my link tree, which is in the description box. It's linktree/ethereal trinity. You can always find what you're looking for. But yeah, the retrograde is frying me as well. No cap. But anyway, so let's talk about YouTube, right? So back in February 2024, 2026, that's crazy. 2024, I think. maybe 2023. I think 2024. I was in Jamaica, right? I'm in Jamaica. That shit was fun. I'm getting lit. Out of nowhere, I'm put into this group chat with a handful of YouTubers, including like Katora and Lynette Atkins. And they're like, girl, we think your channel about to get deleted because ours got deleted overnight out of nowhere. I'm like, what? Well, actually, I was surprised that their channels got deleted, but I was not surprised that like I would have been next. And I'm greatly appreciative that they hit me up and that they were like, they told me because this gave me enough time to go through my whole catalog, download all of my videos, and just save them and keep the content. The content is important. But yeah, so their channels got deleted, and they were right. Lo and behold, my channel got deleted like the next day or so. Everybody was really upset. I think that for me, I was upset too, but I kind of have been expecting this to happen. I don't know. I just wasn't really surprised. And so I'm in Jamaica living it up. Channels getting deleted. The girls in the chat are like, "Hey, yo, our subscribers are like pissed. Like, like we can actually do something about it. We can actually communicate, a message to YouTube. However, so they all go in to appeal. Well, they had already tried to appeal to get their accounts restored. I think their appeals had been denied. But once we sent all of our subscribers to go on YouTube's Instagram account and like spam and say like, "Oh, give Ethereal Trinity back her account, give Lynette Atkins back her account," like that was when eventually all of our accounts got restored. They deleted like all of my shroom videos except for a day in my life on shrooms. I think that now I'm starting to understand that they deleted the videos pertaining to shrooms that I gave like places that you could go and get the medicine. So I think that was the biggest issue that they were like, I don't know, trying to avoid or whatever. Because then I was looking at psych substance account and I'm like, this is a Caucasian man that's talking about the same stuff that I'm talking about, and he's talking about it even more. So I'm like, what is exactly the difference here? But I mean, you know, we know what the difference is here. So anyway, that was like a really big part of like identity shift for me. And then, I'm about to get real. We about to talk about this holistic shit, right? Somebody said, what is retrograde? Mercury is in retrograde right now. I got two ways to explain it to you. When you're looking in a telescope, if we looked at Mercury right now, Mercury would appear like it's going backwards. It's not literally going backwards, but it's like an optical illusion if we were to look at it through a telescope from where we are on Earth. Holistic shit, you're right. So if we saw it, Mercury is going backwards. Mercury represents communication, transportation. Mercury is the ruler planet of Gemini, right? So if we were to see it in the sky, it's going backwards. But that means that its energy, the energy that it is responsible for, which is communication, is going backwards. Technology been fucking up. The other night, it was a lightning storm. All of the lights in this house was like tweaking out. Some of the lights blew up. Some of the lights not turning back on. Lights fucking up. Transportation. Y'all been trying to catch a flight. Y'all been trying to catch a flight. What your flight's getting canceled. You missing a flight. You waking up late. It's shit like this. Your phone's tweaking. You're having a conversation with somebody, and it's not making sense. It should have been a simple conversation, but all of a sudden the shit getting heated. Or maybe you might be journaling. You're like, what the fuck? Why is all this stuff coming up for me? Like, why am I getting really upset right now? Like, that's a retrograde for you, child. So anyway, speaking of astrology, at this point, when my channel got deleted in February, let's just say February, because I think it was 2024. Saturn had entered Pisces. Saturn was going to be in Pisces for 2.5 years. And if you know anything about astrology, for my Pisces, my house, Pisces is my 10th house. That's what I'm trying to say. 10th house is the house of career and legacy. Saturn is there to bring that discipline, that hard work, that structure, that it's going to restrict in order for you to, it's going to make you take the longest route possible to see things through. I did not know that that's what was going on in my life at that time. However, with the way that shit was crumbling around me, it was starting to make sense. So in February, my channel got deleted, right? Everybody's like, get back on YouTube. We need you to get on YouTube, X, Y, and Z. I make another channel, right? It's called I Love Life. On that channel, I had posted some vlogs. I posted some retreat vlogs that I had done. Speaking of, we got another retreat coming up, Thailand, November 2026. You can also see about that on browngirlalmighty.com. But I'm posting stuff on there just here and there. I made one video, one singular video featuring Schedule 35, and them niggas yanked that whole channel gone, whole second channel gone. At this point, I have the Trinity channel back, but I had also started to notice that like the views on YouTube are not what they used to be all around. Like I don't care who your favorite YouTuber is, like the views have gone down. So I was just not feeling aligned with creating for a platform that um did not care about my voice. It did not value the things that I had to say because it ain't I'm a nigga is not over here trying to sell you some drugs. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about healing, spirituality, lifestyle. I'm sharing my experience. And if my experience inspires you to try these healing modalities out, then lo and behold, I'm gonna give you the resources to do that, right? I will never apologize for that. I don't give a fuck who thinks what about what kind of medicine X, Y, and Z. Schedule 35 is a company that I've worked with a lot that they have mushroom products, psilocybin mushroom products, and I have actively loved their products and created a lot of content for them. So anyway, that's really the things that had transpired, that they created a whole identity crisis too. Because right, like get this, like I'm detached from YouTube in a way that I've never been before. Maybe in my subconscious I probably also was feeling some type of shame surrounding maybe how much I express transparently. That has come up and down for me throughout my whole life. That's the yeah. So it was just a weird. So then I launched Brown Girl Almighty in May of that year. What was that, May, February, May, March, April, May. Yeah, 3 to 4 months after. And this is what I've been working for my whole life. I set out to create spiritual YouTube videos because it was a right stepping stone for me to express myself and to share who I am, right? But once I published Brown Girl Almighty, this was something that has now been 10 years in the making. Like I'm like, fuck YouTube, nigga. I'm an author. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my frame of thought. But I didn't. I had a lot of visions for the ways in which I wanted things to go, and some of those visions were fulfilled, others were not. But despite whatever's going on, a nigga is confused. Okay, I'm confused at this point. I'm confused about where to go, what to do. My managers, they're not managing anymore. They're just not doing it for me no more. I had one manager, she introduced me to Schedule 35. She's like, this doesn't align with my beliefs anymore. I'm like, all right, girl, bye, get out of my face. Then I got another manager coming up out the way. She was cool. Just the managers was just, I've just had a lot of experiences working with people in this industry, in that industry, and I definitely needed some space. I needed some space of refuge, which is why I did build browngirlalmighty.com, because after the whole YouTube thing, everybody was like, "Oh, well, you should also just build your own website." The idea of building my own website was like ridiculous to me. I'm like, dude, I need a whole team. Like, I don't want to do that just by myself. Like, because now having that website, I have a lot of beautiful content on there. I have YouTube videos that have been completely deleted. You're not going to find them anywhere but my website. All of my shroom content is on my website. I have oracle readings on my website. Leap of Faith consultations. These are ways that you can work with me one on one. Of course, I have the retreats on my website as well. I'm working on it and building it up a lot more. So that's really fun, and I enjoy that. So it has Saturn has taken the longest way possible for me to start to reground myself and figure out what the fuck I'm doing career wise, because I'm doing a lot of things as Geminis like to do. So I'm gonna read some of y'all's comments because I see there's like one question. If y'all have questions, let me know. What is the best book to read to learn about moon cycles, retrograde, ritual, spiritual awakening, femininity, gods, goddesses, etc. That's a lot of topics. I the best thing that I can say to you is to go to your local like spiritual metaphysical apothecary type shop and pick up whatever costs you. I'm working on an offering where I'm gonna like be leading people through this. I don't even want to talk about it. You know what? I'm working on an offering that is basically gonna give you a lot of that information, just like off rip in a program where we'll work together for a series of weeks. However, though, you can also get that type of experience if you come on a retreat, because for the retreat for Thailand, we already are starting these once a month group calls where I'm telling them about, kundalini yoga. I'm talking about Shakti ascension. I'm talking about the deities. I'm talking about the energy types. I'm talking about the nadis and the meridians within the body. So also I just got my teacher training, my yoga teacher certification for Kundalini yoga. So I've been doing a lot of different side quests as well. I'm also writing a whole nother book. So I've just been doing a lot of creative stuff like that. But for me, if I had to think about one book right now that I could recommend you, if you want to go off the deep end, I would say anything by Dolores Cannon or Dr. Brian L. Weiss. Those are my favorite past life regression therapist. So I'll put them in there. Oh, that doesn't have to be all caps. Dolores Cannon or Dr. Brian Weiss. They are past life hypnotherapists, and I love their books because their books have taught me about, like, first of all, to not take this shit too seriously. This life shit that we doing right now that we got going on. I don't care what's going on. The things that are crumbling. If it's crumbling, let it crumble. We can't take this shit too seriously. We're here to have fun. We all have our own purposes. But most importantly, you're supposed to be having fun in this lifetime, and you're supposed to be doing what the fuck you want to do, and you should be following your passion, following your curiosity, because you never know where it's going to lead you. Someone said, when is the retreat? Thailand Kundalini yoga retreat. Okay, it is going to be November 1st through the 7th. I have about 10 people signed up right now. You can see it all on browngirlalmighty.com/retreats. Also, I'm doing 15-minute consultations. They're free consultations. If you guys want to talk to me one-on-one about the retreat, you can just you can either comment on the you could probably email me if you want to schedule a free little consultation. Just email me, trinity@browngirlalmighty.com. Okay, let me look at my notes because I had some notes. I didn't want to get too off topic. Why does my website? Yeah. Actually, I mean, shit, that's pretty much. um okay, well, let me talk about this. I have been feeling this overwhelming like shift within the collective pertaining to social media. Social media is overwhelming me. I'm truly overwhelmed. Like there are things that I honestly don't think I need to know. I don't think I need to know a good bit of what's going on, because I mean, if we really put it into perspective, we're we're on a planet where literally everything everywhere is happening all at once. Okay? It's happening all at once. So I don't need to know about this going on with that person and their relationship and they drama and who's fighting that nigga in Africa and what they're doing and like I don't need to know because it's overstimulating me. I'm overstimulated. Like the swiping, the scrolling, I had to delete TikTok. I'm like, this shit's driving me insane. And then it's also crazy because I've been watching documentaries, y'all. I've been watching a lot of documentaries, and they are literally energy harvesting. Energy is a form of currency. I was watching this girl who used to work for TikTok. She said she got off social media once she was amid like her TikTok journey or her career at TikTok. And she too was getting wrapped up in not only working for TikTok, but then she's going home and she's scrolling on TikTok. And she said that like she used to be in meetings with these advertisers where they're like, oh, it's amazing how 92% of our users like don't get off, like once they open the app, like they're there for at least over an hour and a half just scrolling endlessly because there's endless content that you can consume these days. It does not bring me joy. I'm not able to retain half of the shit that I'm seeing, I might laugh at some shit. I might hit, it might get a dopamine spike then and there. But then, like, after I'm looking for the next thing, like, a nigga gotta sit in some boredom. Okay. Like, I need to be able to read a book, which is another thing that I've been doing. And I'm happy about that. But it's just like, it's too much going on. It's too much stimulation. And the kids, oh my God, the youth, the youth, first of all, I thank God that I'm not a kid in this day and age, because I've been around some kids recently and their attention span is ridiculous. They do not have attention spans. They're repeating ridiculous shit that does not make sense. And it's like, actually, it's brain rot. My mom is a teacher, so she's telling me what these kids are saying. My little brother just called himself a sigma male the other day. He's 10 years old. I don't even know if he exactly knows what that means, but like, I just hate it. YouTube Shorts is no better than TikTok. Like, it's too much. It's too much going on. Let me read some of these comments. Oh, sorry. Everything Everywhere All at Once is my favorite movie. Yes, love that movie as well. They're putting these things in our face without our consent. Yeah. It's triggering out here. It's so easy to be triggered. And then it's also crazy because it's like, you might be having a bad day and you don't even know why you're having a bad day, but like, subconsciously it's because your brain is like still processing some traumatic shit you saw like 2 days ago, even 2 weeks ago. Like, that shit our brains are fantastic, and even though we might think we have short-term memory or whatever, our brains are still like categorizing and processing everything that we are receiving in this physical world. So it's just ridiculous how a lot of this shit can be embedded in the psyche, in the subconscious, and then it can come up later. It can show up as an increasing amount of anxiety. It can show up as intrusive thoughts, or like you not being able to properly communicate exactly what you're trying to say. And it's ridiculous out here. It's ridiculous. On spiritual literature translate from the way of which going through different closing process. Girl, I deleted social media. Girl, shouts out to you. Shouts out. You know what? That's a whole nother thing. Alexa, stop. That's a whole nother thing too, because I'm like, I don't consider myself an influencer, but I mean, I can't assess how other people view me. So they probably do think I'm an influencer, but like, I'm like, how the fuck do I get out of this shit? I'm like, hold on, like, unplug me, cause like, wait, like, wait, I didn't sign up for all this. I was creating my little content when I was 13, having fun type shit. But like, and I want out. Like, let me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how do I even run this online business with like not wanting to be on social media? Like, how do I do that? Like, and then it's just me also running my business. I'm getting more employees and people involved, and I'm grateful that that is like working in the right direction. But it is so weird to be stuck online. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Someone said, OMG, this is coincidental. I watched this channel for years over and over again and come back after a while. And you're live. Hey, synchronicity. I have my videos on my website now if you want to check them out. I also have a little new video up there too. Nah, facts. And these companies can see our scrolling activity, what we like and don't like. Right. Like, you got to ask TikTok not to track your activity when you searching some shit on Google, and then you hop on YouTube and the shit you was just searching up is right fucking there. Who told you to be in my business like this? I don't want you in my business like this. Because why? Because they're doing it for profit. But god damn, like, money is cool and all, but like, it ain't that good. It's not that good. It's not that good, bro. Like, I'd rather be poor and happy than like rich and miserable. Truly, truly, transparently. It's ridiculous. Someone said, "Do you believe in free will? If so, how do you explain astrology?" Yeah, this is a great question. Do you believe in free will? Yes, free will is absolutely a real thing. I believe that we in the spirit realm, and this is the type of stuff that I learned in reading Dolores Cannon and Dr. Brian Weiss, the past life regression hypnotherapist. They got some real shit. Y'all should definitely check it out. Yes, free will is real, but when we are in the spirit realm, before we reincarnate into our bodies, we plan out specific things in our life. Like, I chose my parents. I chose to be born with Bell's palsy. I chose to experience certain things with certain souls. So we map out like big things that happen in our lives, right? But we don't it doesn't this is such an elusive thing to try and explain as well. But it's like, okay, say I plan for this trauma to be the reason that I go on this journey of healing my sexual expression. I don't outline exactly what the trauma is going to be, but I know that my spirit knows that this is why I'm putting this karma here so that I can heal from that lesson and start to embody stuff. Because to act is to know, and experiences, good, bad, however you deem them, they all are teaching us something all the time, no matter what. And I've had to that can be a hard pill for people to swallow. Like, what do you mean that I didn't like plan for, so and so to transition out of my life? I didn't plan for this breakup to happen. I can understand why people could, feel however they feel about that. However, anything that you experience in this life is just momentum for you to be propelled into your highest timeline. And then, some people could like take a trauma that they experience, and it could send them down a rabbit hole of self-deprecation. It could send them into alcoholism, things of that sort. But that's the free will that they have to do with that trauma what they please. We definitely have free will. It is absolutely a planet of free will. But astrology is just a way for us to, I think, further clarify our purpose. Like for me, I'm a Gemini. I got like 5 Gemini placements. I know I'm supposed to be talking to people. I know I am a community person who loves bringing people together, and I love for us to heal. I love for us to express and to get shit out. I think that astrology has beautiful elements that help us further understand and remember what it is that we said that we were going to do on this planet. um so yeah, that's what I would say. And the best way for you to start to learn about astrology is for you to start to learn about your own astrology. Because for me, when I started to dig deep, and then when I started to further know myself from astrology, I was like, okay, like this is making sense, and it's helping me to see reflections in other people. So like my chart, I'm a Gemini, but my mom is a Libra, and I have a Libra moon, and the moon is your mother sign, or the moon, it represents the mother. It also represents Cancer. We both just have some very prevalent placements that correspond for each other's chart. And I can see how she has Saturn in her third house, which is the house of Gemini. And I can see how me and my brother, we be talking, and we be fucking talking. We be talking to the point where she's like, I'm embarrassed about what you're saying. Like, please stop talking. But like, obviously, it's something about our ability to communicate versus her desires to like not communicate some stuff like that. That is a thing that's playing off of each other. I'd say it's the best way I can say it. Gen Alpha is cooked, bro. That's that's such a funny sentence. Uh, other day, my dad was like, "These teens don't even laugh and banter like we used to." I look at my brother, LMAO. He's right. They don't. It's so crazy. I literally be seeing they neck be like that for real. How do you spell your website? It is browngirlalmighty.com. Brown Girl Almighty. Hold on, wait. Whoa, hold on, wait. Am I tweaking? Where all the I was on track. I think I just lost all these comments. I deleted my social media. Um, don't get me started with AI. It's low key our fault. Yeah, we definitely accepted the terms and conditions. Closure. YouTube is literally social media. Yeah, it is social media. Hey. You literally helped me catapult into my spiritual journey 2021. I'm 12 years older than you, but I've learned so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so grateful that my journey could be of assistance. I work in social work, so I see the other side, and it's mad the amount of info they collect on us. Oh, I work in social. I don't know what that means, what part of social, but damn, that's crazy. Yeah, that's another thing that's scary too, how they're like energy harvest. They harvest in everything, you know. Oh, don't even get me going down that rabbit hole. I started thinking about this Octavia Butler book that I read, and it's like where these aliens are like harvesting this you know what, I'm not even gonna go there, not going there. deep, deep in prospects of synchronicity being inaccurate because it comes from an egotistical, like asking something that is clearly dangerous and getting, I don't know what that means. Been wrestling back and forth, starting to share. I've been wrestling back and forth with starting to share on TikTok because it's so great for exposure to numerous people, but I keep getting confirmation to avoid it and just do something else. Ah, see, I would just say this: to create more than you consume. Like that's the best way that you can navigate that, because but it is so tempting, and I don't let it I mean, follow your heart. Do what you want to do. But if you are looking for a way to get on the internet and to express yourself, and you feel called to TikTok, don't like don't run if you really feel called to it, or even you can let yourself try it out, maybe try it for like a month, see what you like, but really be aware of like the experience that you're having, like actually like maybe journal alongside the experience, and you can see like it really is more of a question of, do I like recording myself talking to a camera about whatever it is that you're going to be sharing on this platform, or whatever it is that you're trying to promote people to check out that you offer, because there are so many other ways that you could do it. Like you could do it through Pinterest, you could do it through uh Instagram. Like there's, and then I mean the best way of marketing is word of mouth. So, we could go back to what our ancestors were doing and do it like that. But definitely be aware just of the journey that you embark on when you are going into social media, especially if you have a purpose behind it. Some if you just want to scroll for entertainment, that's different. Like, I'm not even gonna be like, don't even do that. Do what you want. But like, just be aware of the experience that you're having. Trauma dumping or connecting our pain to someone slash something. I'm not sure what you mean. What is the best thing to order from Schedule 35 for beginners? Um, anything, like anything. I think that all of their products you can microdose. So they have like gummies, they have capsules, they have teas, all of that stuff you can microdose. So yeah, anything. The gummies are really good too. Those are fairly new. OMG, I didn't even know notice your YouTube page was gone. I literally just did a TikTok of who I used to watch back in 2017, 2019, and I think and I added you on there and had to take a screenshot of your old vids. Yeah, it was only gone for about maybe a few weeks, maybe. I don't know how long it was gone, but they restored it. They restored it within a month. Um, K-pop Demon Hunters try to tell us. I haven't watched that. Maybe let me know if I should watch that. The reason I asked that is because my Chiron is actually in my ninth house in Sagittarius, along with me being a Sagittarius sun, moon, and Pisces rising. It is a struggle finding what is real. Okay, I actually have a service on my website. It's called Leap of Faith Consultations, where I do talk about I do go into your individual birth chart. I have you fill out like a questionnaire form, tell me what's going on in your life, what you want more clarity on. I look at your birth chart and I go deeper into specific placements in your birth chart so we can help you get that type of clarity. Off my head right now, I could not tell you what Chiron and Sagittarius means. Isn't Chiron is the wounded healer, but and you got that Pisces rising. Wait, Moon and Pisces rising. So if you got those are two Pisces placements. Yeah, Pisces is a sign of illusions and confusions and spirituality though. So also a Sagittarius being like the go-getter, the one that wants to travel and experience and explore and be in the material, but also like, like look at it from afar and just kind of observe. Like you could find ways to mix all of that together for your highest good, because those are some cool placements. um they restored your I Love Life channel. They did not. I appealed that one, and that channel is gone forever. But those videos are actually on my website, browngirlalmighty.com/videos. Not y'all asking me about astrology now. Okay. If someone's third house is in Pisces and Aquarius, how does that express itself in communication and expression? You mean for what do you mean Pisces and Aquarius? Typically your houses only have like one zodiac sign. Um, but if your third house is in And do you have any placements, like any planets in the third house? I've not seen I think that, I mean, I guess that some of the signs the wheel is not too clear. Like some of the signs could have like maybe like a little bit in like the 12th house, like cuz my Taurus is in my 12th house is in Taurus. So it's like maybe like my you gonna have to explain that a little bit more. uh what happens when YouTube deletes your channel? Like, what are the terms when they restore it? I was watching your old videos and noticed a lot of them don't have ads. They took away, bruh, fuck YouTube, bruh, because they took away my ability to monetize. So, like, okay, y'all can't see, brother. But yeah, so they deleted the channel. They restored it because people were spamming the YouTube comment section on Instagram talking about restore these channels. And then they gave it back, told me I couldn't post certain videos. My whole channel has like this warning on it. And then they eventually months later, this was like 6 months ago, they took away the ability for me to monetize this channel. So like there are minimal ads or no ads whatsoever on any of these videos because I don't make money from anything involving YouTube anymore. So yeah, them niggas suck. I do still have my Patreon. My Patreon is in my link tree, which is in the description box. Linktree.com. I think link is slash ethereal trinity. But yeah, I love Patreon. I talk about all of my sensuality stuff on there. Love that. Aw, I appreciate y'all support. What would you say are low vibrational signs of Capricorn? Oh God, no, I don't want. I don't like making it seem like there are. I'll tell you about a Capricorn actually. Capricorn, Capricorns, Capricorns are so stoic that I'm like, nigga, like are we friends? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we friends? Are you sure we're friends? Cause like me, I'm like this. You know what I'm saying? I like, I'm very much a people person. Them Capricorns gonna size you up the same way a Sagittarius is going to size you up. Like the Capricorns, they just like to look stoic. They also be working hard. They be working hard, not hardly working. And sometimes I think one of the issues is that they be too stuck in the material. Like, girl, let's get in the ethereal realm because all this shit, this is temporary. So that's what I have to say about Capricorns. I'm not gonna go too in depth. Y'all, I like Capricorns. I like them. I've had some really cool Capricorn friends. It just be taking them a minute to like really warm up to you. And for me, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not crazy when people come to me with skeptical energy because I don't want to feel like I have to prove anything to anybody. But I've definitely some Capricorns are really open. But some of the Capricorns I've met who are really open also have like fire signs in their big three. So I'm like, you got a lot going on, and that's why you got more like, like engagement energy. Um but yeah, no, Capricorns are cool. They know how to get shit done, and they also know what they like too, which is good. But they also definitely they be suppressing them emotions. That's why Cancer is their what's it, his sister sign, their divine counterpart. They be suppressing them emotions, but they be emotional as fuck. I know a Capricorn be emotional. Let it out. Let it out, Capricorn. Let it out. My Saturn is in Pisces. Okay, third house, but Aquarius is in the third house in general. Okay, I got it. So you got like that little 2 for 1. Um, your Saturn is in Pisces, and that probably means that you struggle with some elements of communication. Or and it's in Pisces. Oh God, Pisces is like maybe you might overthink what you say, or maybe you struggle trying to find the words to say it. But Saturn being in Pisces, also you just if your Saturn is in Pisces, that means you just had your Saturn return, which because Saturn was just in Pisces. So congratulations for surviving your Saturn return. Shouts out to you. But yeah. So hopefully now that like with the things that Saturn has shaken up in your in your sign of Pisces recently, then you might have more stability with the way that you are able to communicate and express yourself. Because Saturn in Pisces, it's so weird to have such the most elusive spiritual sign of the zodiac be with the most physical, hard, structural planet of the solar system. So yeah, definitely just work on the ways that you communicate, work on the ways that you show up for yourself. Maybe journaling would be good for you, and things of that sort. You didn't even do anything wild on your I Love Life channel. Yeah, yeah. If I remember correctly, you were just talking. Yeah, talking about shrooms. Well, one video of me talking about some shrooms, so that's why I deleted it. Mine 35. Mine third. If I'm not mistaken, they changed the name of their website. I don't know exactly what it is now. Their products are good too. But I would recommend Schedule 35 above all else. Mine 35 owes me some money, no cap. Them niggas owe me some money. I have Venus in Capricorn. Love is a business arrangement. That sounds interesting. I would be so curious to look more in depth about what Venus. That sounds like I don't know. That sounds like it sucks to have as a placement. Venus is not at home in Capricorn. That sucks. But you probably got some like other placements to like balance out that what I can only describe might be rigidity with Venus and Capricorn. That's how I feel. Capricorns are so earthy, bro. Always wealthy though. I need me a Capricorn in my life because Capricorn with some money. What's your thought on Scorpio moons, Cancer suns? My father is a Scorpio moon. You know what I think about my father? You want to know what I think about my father? Let me stop. Yeah, Scorpio moons. I actually had a friend who was a Scorpio moon. She was also a Capricorn sun. Love them, but the intensity, they have this intensity and this like this what can I how can I explain this loyalty. Y'all love loyalty. Y'all are sticklers about loyalty. I've met a lot of Scorpios that are like particular about the relationships that they have in their lives and how they want to like how they want that relationship to go, like very particular about that type of stuff. The intensity is great, especially when it is the intensity is great when it is in a harmonious relationship. How did I start talking about this? This is not what I thought we was gonna talk about. Let's start talking about this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so that's what I think about Scorpio moons. Cancer suns. No, I'm playing. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not playing. I've had enough. I've had enough water signs. I've had enough water signs. I ain't even gonna lie to you, y'all. I've had enough. I done, I done tried them all out for size. All of them. The Scorpio, the sneaky Scorpios, the lion ass Cancers, the delusional Pisces. I done had it all. All right. Do you got mommy issues? No, I don't have mommy issues. I have mother wounds, but not like mommy issues. You know what I'm saying? That's my mom. She's a Capricorn and I'm a Libra. I feel like she's becoming, where'd it go? I guess more awake. Okay, that's good. Do you think you are do you think Earth family is a real family? Uh okay. Do you think our Earth family is our real family? Yeah, for sure. Definitely. We definitely chose our family members in this lifetime. Whether that's hard for you to believe or not, but we definitely do because on our spirit side, like before reincarnating, it's like everybody in our lives, everybody that we come across, like they are literally there for a reason. Like this is like we're literally there for a reason. Like we are all in a coordinates at the very core, at the very root of us. We're all in a coordinates to in somehow some way uplift the vibration of this planet. Some people are not living in love. Some people have been have strayed far from their path because of earthly desires, whether it's money, sex, drugs, like even if it's like something that they might think is good, like how people end up in like cults and things of that sort. Like there are so many different ways that people could end up completely off path from wherever they're supposed to be. But everybody in your life is still going to teach you a lesson, and it's always up to us. It's always up to us personally. No one is going to come save you. It's up to us to acknowledge what we got going on, what is and is not working in our life. And the Mercury retrograde is a great time to have these types of realizations. But it's really important for us to acknowledge that within ourselves first, so that we can make better decisions and align with better people if we are not aligned with the people that are in our lives currently. So yeah. At the same time, my mom is the person that made me get spiritual. I don't know how to explain it. It's cool. Thank you. That shit is not for flow dose is cool too. Yeah, they're cool. Virgo and Mercury, Saturn and Capricorn Venus is a sugar baby. I believe that. I believe that they probably working hard for the bag. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, my friend who was a Capricorn, she was on her Shira 7 type shit. I don't know if y'all know Shira 7. That's the shawty, that's that lady who be like, yeah, what she be saying? She be saying crazy stuff about getting the man to give you the bag. That's what she was about. She was about making the bag because I want the bag. The Capricorns love the bag. Okay. That's hilarious. Is there any zodiac sign that you would say you don't mesh best with? I really like to learn from everybody. Uh see, I can't say a specific sign because I cannot generalize a specific sign. I can have my reasons for being like skeptical or feeling like I might know what's already up with like a Taurus. I think Taurus is I've met some really fun Tauruses, but I've met too many boring Tauruses. Like too many boring Tauruses. I don't think I would date a Taurus. Like I don't think I would date a Taurus. Would you know what's crazy? In Vedic astrology, they say I'm a Taurus. I don't see it. I don't see it. But that's how the mirror works, right? That's how the mirror works. Whoever we be hating on the most be reflecting us in some way, somehow, some shape the most. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Tauruses are I can't with a Taurus. I can't. So Pisces don't even know that. Cancers be tearing people up. Y'all, I actually have this poem that I was writing recently, and it specifically, first of all, the poem is called My Villain Origin Story. I might read it to y'all, but and it shouts out the Scorpios, the water signs in specific. And it's funny too because I have a North Node in Cancer, which means that the North Node is where you are supposed to move forward in this lifetime. It really deeply aligns with your purpose. South Node is the where you've been in past lives. So my Capricorn is a South Node. My Cancer is my North Node, which is why I feel like this, like I have a really high sense of ambition, and I'm like, bro, this shit definitely came over from a past life, like this shit is crazy. Even if we want to get even deeper, I was born with Bell's palsy, right? And Bell's palsy is a facial paralysis, and typically it comes on like amid people's lifetimes, and it can often be caused by stress. So one of my main theories as to like why I was born with it in this lifetime pertains to how I was living in past lifetimes, especially where I have this this Capricorn south node of overworking, stressing, being stressed out, maybe some anxiety is in there, and then stress brings about Bell's palsy for a lot of patients. So that was kind of something that I've often thought about. You know what I'm saying? Um, Someone says, "How's Mercury in retrograde treating you slash affecting you?" I've been getting whacked, whacked, but I'm still making consistent progress that I'm proud of. My body's been feeling heavier. Um, Mercury retrograde has definitely been, I think that I explained it most when I was talking about like the lights going on off. Like several of my lights have like blown out and they have not returned. And then also with like, some communication or technology issues, my phone has been tweaking. But during these retrogrades, I like to be in a state of like just a little more like internal peace. I really don't feel like talking to nobody. Like I haven't felt like talking to people like that. I like talking to y'all. This is fun. But like on my phone and stuff, I haven't really been responding to texts. Trey is like the only person that gets a response from me. You know what I'm saying? So um yeah, so I just haven't been wanting to talk to anybody, but also that eclipse, that full moon eclipse in Virgo, full moon eclipse in Virgo, this Pisces season during a Pisces Mercury retrograde, it's too synchronous. It's too synchronous. You know what I'm saying? Like the stars is gonna tell us what the fuck going go is going on. But yeah, it's been pretty chill. It hasn't been nothing crazy. I think within me personally, I've been like battling about if I want to see or talk to some distant family members who have come back into the picture a little bit, or they've made it clear that they want me to make efforts to talk to them or to reach out to them or to come see them. You know what I'm saying? So that's really the most that I've got going on right now. I'm glad you said that because I'm glad you said that because I absolutely am sorry, but I hate water signs. My moon can't take no water sign. Oh my god. Um, yes. Someone said I was diagnosed with Bell's palsy a year ago. Well, I'm curious about your experience. No need to share anything you don't want to share, but if you're struggling with it, because I think that that's a lot of what I've seen on the internet of like people sharing their testimony, especially because people typically get it in life, like they're not often born with it. But typically it goes away. It does typically go away, but it definitely does not like it doesn't make you any less beautiful at all. I think that it's so weird how like for me being born with it, I ain't know shit was wrong until people were telling me that something was wrong. What's wrong with your face? What's wrong with your smile? What's wrong with your eye? I'm like, is something wrong, bitch? What's wrong? I didn't know something was wrong. And then that's where the perception and the overthinking came into play. So I would definitely tell you to keep your confidence up, definitely accept it, and just work with it because it can definitely teach you a lot. Sometimes my situation teaches me how to slow down. And I do a lot of practices where I will be working my muscles on my face in new ways that I wasn't conscious of. So like I'll close my eye because you see I can't fully close my eye, but then I'll like look down, and something about this is like I'm very metaphysical, y'all. So when I'm doing this, it's like sending energy down my face. Like something about it, it feels like it's activating the muscles on this side of my face. And I can feel it because sometimes they'll start to twitch in new ways that I've not experienced before. So yeah. I also talked about why YouTube deleted my channel a bit ago for those of y'all who are still wondering. But yeah, just rewind and check that out. Also, like I said, if you come back to this video wanting to rewatch it by like tomorrow or something, it's not here. Full version on browngirlalmighty.com. You know what I'm saying? Full version on browngirlalmighty.com. OMG, that past life video you posted gave me so much perspective. I'm gonna post that video back onto my on browngirlalmighty.com. That is one video that I have not posted again. I'm gonna repost that this week on Brown Girl Almighty. I actually have gone through several past life hypnosis sessions myself. Um, so I had a video where I talked about it and I shared the audio of me speaking from my hypnotic state with my hypnotherapist, and it was a really informative video. It was really dope. So I'll post that sometime this week. I should look into why I have eczema in this life. A lot of eczema will stem from our ancestry, especially us black and brown people. A lot of that happened. A lot of traumas and stuff and skin traumas would have happened like around slavery time. Um, but yeah, if you have like really bad eczema, my mom has really bad eczema too, but that could also be like something that has like stayed with you, or like something that you're supposed to work out through this life. Your eczema could be tied to the ways that you eat, or the the way that your nervous system feels. Working with the nervous system is super important as well. And diving deep into early memory or past life memory, or even just like consciously evaluating what you are actively um engaging with in your life now could really help with that. I have a Gemini moon and rising, so I can feel when a nigga got Gemini placements too. I love an air sign. Me too. My North Node is also in Cancer in the fifth house. A fifth house is the house of pleasure and fulfillment. I love the fifth house. That's where my moon is. This retrograde is strong. Got some clarity from a past friend on why our relationship ended. Cried and let it go. I shade. That's what a retrograde is for. Um, I don't want to think of my hair as wigs. Yeah, I wouldn't call these wigs, but I can't control what other people call them. I just want them a little thicker. I did struggle with it. I didn't want to be okay. It as in Bell's palsy. I didn't want to be seen. Didn't want to look at myself. I couldn't go to work. It made me go within and love myself internally first. Yay! Well, I love that it's helping you do that reflection. Also, I think some things in our lives. This is how I'm gonna say this: if we don't move, the universe will move for us. That's the best way that I can say that. Cause like maybe like not to say this is particularly what you have going on. I'm not sure. So, don't take anything personally if it doesn't align. But like maybe there was a place in life where it's like, you're putting up with something that is no longer in alignment with you. And it might be making you love yourself less, whether it's a relationship, whether it's some media you're consuming, whether it's some things that you're eating, things of that sort, whatever. Sometimes the universe, if you know like you're supposed to move in another direction, or if you're supposed to cut this off or do something different and you don't, the universe is going to move for you. And then you're going to have no choice but to like do that work. So that can show up in so many different types of situations. The best way I can think to explain it is like, you know, abusive relationships or things of that sort. Some people wait till drastic things happen to like change their life when they knew that they should have, done something in the past. So sometimes the universe is going to just graciously, or shit, not so graciously, but at least we're still here. At least we still living it out. At least we're still on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Because we got, definitely some things to work through. Where'd you get your top? I thrift all my clothes. All my clothes be thrifted. This came from the thrift. Um, OMG, Octavia's description of Earthseed and God definitely explains this too. I don't know what Earthseed is, but I'm curious. I read her book Wild Seed and Mind of My Mind. Those are the first two Octavia Butler books that I read recently. Octavia got her way with words. She got her way with character development, and she got her way with descriptions. I fucking love it. I'm currently writing a novel, and it's a novel, and it's it's a fantasy novel as well. And her way of communicating, and also her way of showing the passage of time, I think is interesting. Her way of writing a woman who endures. Oh, like it's so different from me because I'm like, we need a girl boss, we need a queen who's like in her power. But like Octavia knows how to take a strong woman and to take her through some shit that she's got to endure. Octavia knows how to write a woman who assimilates, okay? And I'm not a bitch who assimilates, or at least I try not to be. So she's great. She has great perspective. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna go soon, but I appreciate y'all. If you have any more questions, send them through. I'm gonna be off this bitch in like 5 minutes. That explains why the universe isn't letting me get a job, telling me to get off my ass and work for myself. LOL. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's interesting, y'all, because this is a time period where there's been so much put in place for our convenience. Like, let's think about that. Like the grocery store, there are more convenient ways to shop. Not only did we started off with self checkout, but now we got fucking Instacart. Like somebody will shop for you. We got self driving cars. Okay, like the world is like increasing its way of offering convenience to everybody, which is really interesting because some people could look at it like it's taking people's jobs, but like it's also like giving us more free time to do other things, because life is not just about working and eating and sleeping and shitting and dying. Okay, like if there are spaces where the economy feels trapped, or there's so much propaganda about how people feel about the world, it's overwhelming. But I'm saying this to say that if you feel like maybe you're only looking for a traditional job because that's what makes you feel comfortable, but that is not your path, and you know that there's something that you have more to offer to the world, because now is the time to step up those offerings to the world. Okay, like you, it's up to you. Okay, it's up to all of us to do the work that we need for ourselves in order to contribute to the collective. Okay, last thing I'm gonna say about this. In one of Dolores Cannon's books, she was talking about how, was it Dolores Cannon? It may have been Brian Weiss. Anyway, they said that the moment we are born, our energy like essentially integrates with that of the planet, and it contributes to the collective energy of every body, everything, every place on the planet, which is why our birthdays are important and our death days are important, because the no, it was Brian Weiss. Sorry, it just came to me. But um death days are important as well, because that is the day that our energy essentially leaves the planet. And it was specifically about this guy who was a well, I don't know what the Dalai Lama wait, no, I'm not the Dalai Lama. He was like a very influential monk. And he had like various students and things of that sort. And he knew when he was transitioning that on this day at this time is when I'm going to transition. And from him doing that, he set it up. Everybody came and he gave his blessings. They did the whole ceremony thing. This nigga literally sat in our lotus pose, it just fucking ascended, then just body just laid over like that, like at that exact moment in time that because he knew that his work was done on this earth, like he had fulfilled the purpose that he came here to do. And when everything was done, that's when it's time to go. And it's so interesting because I feel like I can't say if that I can't I just thought that was interesting. It's really just interesting because it's like, damn, how much power do we have in like true awareness? How much power do we have to be fully tapped in to exactly what it is that we're doing? Because it's so funny how much in Dolores Cannon's books she talks about you're supposed to remember. Like, do you remember? Like, you said you wouldn't forget, but here you are and you have forgotten. And now let's help you remember. So I love that. I hate that people are like afraid in the face of like thinking about God or thinking about death. Like, and that's really what I am looking to shift in the novel that I'm writing right now. And I think that it'll be a great offering to the collective about that. Okay, let me read your comments. Heavy on the universe moving for you. Went through my Kundalini awakening and thought I had control, and continuously got reminded to surrender and stop trying to control everything. That's so real. That is so real. I have had some insane Kundalini awakenings. Okay. Kundalini, for those of y'all who don't know, Kundalini is Sanskrit for coiled serpent, and it represents the energy that sits at the base of our spine, which is the Muladhara. And the coiled serpent, basically it's a powerful energy center. And once you activate it, you can activate it in many ways. You can activate it through breath work, through Kundalini yoga. You can activate it in sex, in clean eating, so many different ways. You can activate it on accident as well, through like trauma or like specific experiences that you may have just been ready for at that exact time. But yeah, so it's a very powerful energy, and I host these like sacred rage rituals where we intentionally tap into that energy. And it's a fun activation, but that shit makes me feel crazy as fuck afterwards. I feel like Medusa. I've been seeing For real, I've always had that. For real, I always had a feeling that the universe will get me what I want, what I need, maybe too. It will. It will. I think that sometimes people's biggest issue is that they don't know what they want, or they think they know what they want, and it's like you don't actually like want $1 million. You want a life of ease where you don't feel like you have to continuously overwork yourself to make ends meet. Like you want things that are more simple than what you might think that you want, because sometimes we're thinking that we want things because that's what society has programmed us to think. You know what I'm saying? I relate to the work thing. I was moved by the universe to think bigger. Ashe, as we all should be thinking bigger, because everybody has such a beautiful offering to the collective. Like everyone has their own unique energy center. Like literally everybody in this fucking world has something completely different to offer to the collective consciousness. Like it's beautiful. You might like Parable of the Sower by Octavia. I couldn't finish it because it's a little close, but I took notes. Like, is it a little close for comfort? Because that's what I've been hearing about that book. I should definitely check it out. Thank you for being here. Anytime we, oh, I appreciate y'all. I love that. Can you talk about the planetary lineup recently this year and how this is causing truths to be revealed slash secrets to be hidden? Can't secrets can't stay hidden anymore. Kept seeing posts about this a few weeks ago. I saw that very beautiful image of the six planets lined up, and then I swiped, and then I saw that the bitch in office bombed Iran, and that took me down a spiral. It was very unfortunate use. It's like I feel like he knew. I feel like he knew. And I feel like that happened intentionally. Like on that day specifically, when that, because I was like, I first saw it and I was like, wow, this is such a beautiful positive thing that has like taken place in our solar system, and like what does it mean, like I haven't looked too deeply into the context surrounding exactly what the astrology means behind that, but I then saw right after a fucking bomb, and I think that, like, I don't know, something about the alignment, like, of the planets, and then I got the image of like a missile, like the alignment of like a missile just like striking this land, and I just fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. But I definitely would recommend to totally look into exactly what the specificity of that all means. We are now in the age of Aquarius. Pluto is in Aquarius. These things are not meant to be hidden anymore because now is the time. A lot of Dolores Cannon's books, I'm probably gonna just have to go on live and just talk specifically about Dolores Cannon. But one of her books, what was it called? Oh, y'all, I forgot what it's called. Oh, what is it called? What is it called? I forgot what it's called. But one of her books talks about the what was I gonna say? How much planet is obviously. Oh, she talks about how there is certain information like that is being given in the book, because a lot of her books that I'm reading, they're from like the early 2000s, and it was the information was given in the book, but she's like, why is this information not like, why doesn't everybody know this information collectively? And they were like, it's not time. Like they, as in like the spirit guides, things of that sort. Because how she does it is like Dolores is there as the therapist, and somebody is in hypnosis, and from their hypnosis state, they are giving these answers that are profound. So that's how she's doing it. But so from the person who's in hypnosis, they are able to communicate the answers to her questions, and the answers about the person who is in hypnosis. Like we come with a list of questions, as in the hypnosis person, they come with questions to ask about themselves, to ask their higher selves, to get clarity, things of that sort. um yes, I think I said everything I'm going to say about that. Yeah, there's certain information that is going to be given to the collective at specific times. That's what it is. The age of Aquarius was the start of that shit with the Epstein files, and oh god, no, hold on. And the Epstein files and the Epstein files, like all of this is happening very specifically at this time. At this time. What is your shroom protocol? How many days in a row do you take them? How many do you take on your days? How many days do you take a break. Shroom protocol always come with intention. It starts with intention. Um, Whether or not after your trip you feel like that intention was is what the mushrooms gave you, it doesn't matter because they're gonna give you exactly what you need. Um, the same as like all plant medicine. So come with intention. I always say to pray over your medicine before you consume. And definitely, I mean, it depends. Because if you're doing a microdose, you could do it for like 3, 4, 5 days straight. It depends on how much you're taking. You can start some of my medicine women. They have said to start with a higher dose, and then if you're going to take it the next days, decrease the dose over the next days, or vice versa. Start with a smaller dose, increase the dose, go up over 4, 5 days. I would say that if you're gonna work with it week by week, at least take 2 days off. Choose whatever days you want to do that. And yeah, also a lot of the companies that you might shop with, like Schedule 35, they have they have like a schedule thing. Like one time they sent me a package. It was a microdosing package, and it had like a little pamphlet that shared like how you should actually intentionally take the medicine. So yeah, definitely try that out. Why do people say Kundalini is evil? People say a lot of things are evil. They do. People are convinced that anything they do not understand is evil. I can give you several reasons why people say that Kundalini is evil. First of all, people are uncomfortable with the image of the serpent, okay? Because Kundalini is Sanskrit for coiled serpent, right? And what was the biggest issue in the Bible if not a serpent? Okay, so that's step one. Step two is that some people who have experienced spiritual awakenings, it scares them because they might not be ready to process all that information. Sometimes these things can happen with the use of like, it could be through the use of any kind of drug, it could be through the use of any kind of plant medicine, or it could just be something that's going on in their life right now that like turns their whole world upside down and they're not ready to really experience it, feel it, whatever. So people often shun what they do not understand. And that was something that when I first started to talk about my Thailand retreat, which is coming up in November of 2026. If you want to check it out, you can go on browngirlalmighty.com/retreats. But when I started to launch stuff about that, people were somebody, it was only one person, was upset because I was they were saying that Kundalini is terrifying. Like, why would you want to bring people through these awakenings? For me, I feel like I've had so many spiritual deaths and rebirths that it's not really something that scares me. Yes, it makes me uncomfortable. Yes, there are times where I feel like I have like 8 snakes crawling out of my spine, slithering out of my spine. But that is because I'm like open for those experiences to take place. Also, because I'm calling in those experiences. Like I'm leading the mushroom ceremonies. I'm hosting the rage rituals. I'm literally taking people to. I just took a group of girls to Morocco where we were having a cacao ceremony, and it was beautiful, but it was full of tears, and there were just a lot of transformations that was going on. Like, this is my life. You know what I'm saying? So people think that things that they do not understand is evil. Also, there's a very big, like there's so much bias in the world. So much bias. People think that, I don't know, this group of people is different and they're uneducated and they don't know, and that group of people is ugly and feral and they don't know. It's too much bias going on in the world. So format your own experience with the power that is within you. Also, that's another thing, because sometimes when people tap into the power that is inside of them, it scares them because that's not where they were taught that the power truly is. So it's like, now I got all this free will. Someone said earlier, asking me about free will. Now I truly know and am aware that I have this free will, and I've been complacent within this system. I have been complacent in this marriage, in this relationship dynamic, at this job. I've been complacent eating this food. I've been complacent under this regime. Like, and then that's a whole nother level of madness that people can go down. They can feel angry which is why I talk about sacred rage a lot. I talk about rage a lot. Like rage is a rage is a tool, and I really love to utilize rage as a tool because people suppress things that they don't even realize that they're suppressing until it's crawling up their throat. And kundalini is definitely a beautiful way to for you to recognize in that moment, like, oh shit, there are some things that I cannot stand for anymore. Yes. Any exercises or little things you recommend for Bell's palsy? Yeah, earlier I had mentioned the exercise where I close my eye, and this is the most that this eye closes. So I'll like look down, and the muscles on this side of my eye, they'll start to twitch and things of that sort. So definitely try that out. And of course, like there are facial massages that you can do. You should also look into the nerve. I think it's called the I forgot. It's the cranial nerve 7. Actually, no, I remember. So look into that nerve, and it branches out like here and here and here and here, and you can like specifically like activate that through massaging, through tapping, even through like affirmations or like jaw stretching, stuff like that. Those are some physical ways that you can um, tap into it. This might be TMI, but I'm gonna say it. When I was younger, I was like 12, and I was going through a therapist for my Bell's palsy, and she gave me this machine that would like vibrate the sides of my face, and I would just massage it and stuff like that. That's how I found out what a vibrator was. One day it was on my face, and the next day it was on my pussy. That's girlhood for you. I actually have a poem about that in my book, Brown Girl Almighty. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this is I said I would be on here 5 minutes. That was 15 minutes ago. All right, let me read through these questions real quick. Very close to home with our current events. What do you track the what do you use to track the planets, the moon, and astrology? Cafeastrology.com. Cafeastrology.com. That's your girl. What's the highest dose you've taken? I took a 3.5 while drinking vodka. Do not drink alcohol and do shrooms. I don't recommend you mixing any first of all, alcohol is poison. Second, shrooms are medicine. They're plant. So don't mix. Don't yeah, don't mix that. Yeah, you couldn't relax. Oh, definitely you couldn't relax. Yeah, if you guys want to hear the story about how YouTube deleted my channel, scroll back to the beginning. I talk about it at the beginning. But yeah, the highest dose of anything I've taken was mother ayahuasca in the Costa Rican rainforest. I actually have a video about that. But if we're talking about shrooms, oh god, one of my greatest trips was when me and AB. It was for my 21st birthday. We were in Hawaii, and we ground up a whole bunch of mushrooms. We put them in a Ziploc bag, and then we just started to laugh. Like a bag of chips, like the chip dust. We just was knocking that shit back. It was the trippiest experience ever. First of all, we were in a 4D movie theater, and we're watching A Quiet Place. I'm tripping balls at this point, and I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't understand why they're not just communicating. Like everything would be fine in this movie if they just communicated with one another. But of course, the movie is fucking. It's A Quiet Place, so like they're just dead ass silent the whole time. And I'm trying to, normally in movies you can like, laugh with your friends or like, whisper a little bit. You know how hard it was to sit there and be quiet with like who knows how many grams of shrooms in my system. And then the whole movie theater is moving because we're in the 4D shit. Y'all try that out. We're in the 4D, and the seats are roller coaster type setup. If it's raining in the movie, it's raining in the theater. It's fucking lightning and thundering and shit. It was fun. It was great. It was great experience. It was a great experience. Okay, last question I'm gonna answer. So you believe what people say or do when drunk is their real selves, or is there a truth to it? I don't know. No, not necessarily. I think that some people just say shit. I'm not around people who drink like that. My mom, she drinks every day, but she's not like saying things. Like she just she drinks her little glass of wine or two, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's their real self. No, that might be like how they might feel, which could be frustrated or like regretful or however people might feel deep down. I think that maybe stuff will come up. But to say that that's their real self, no, definitely not. I think that there's a spiritual, people talk about spirits in the spirituality community where it's like, alcohol, they call it spirits. So people could say like, you got them spirits in you. So I definitely don't think it's their true self. I wouldn't say that, or their real self, but I definitely think that maybe people say things that they actually really want to say when they have liquid courage. So yeah, regardless, I appreciate y'all so much for being here. I'm so grateful to have had this time to share with y'all. Like I said, if you want to check out this video and it's no longer up on here, go to browngirlalmighty.com/videos. You can find all of my deleted YouTube videos and so much more coming soon. You can also find ways to connect with me. Come to Thailand. Oh, yo, we going to Thailand. We're going to Thailand this November 2026. So definitely check that out on my website as well. I will be trying to hop on live more frequently, but just let me, flow into it type shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would love to connect with y'all individually as well. So you can find ways to work with me on my website. Yes, thank y'all. I love y'all. Peace.